Hey everyone, I just wanted to give you a quick behind the scenes preview of our new UX refresh. This is something that we're implementing now. It could be a few weeks before it's live, but you'll notice some subtle changes. We've really tried to streamline things as we kind of pave the way for a number of improvements and additional features. But mostly, we just want it really soft on the eyes and something that you guys can spend hours in per day and really not feel like it's just too busy. So one of the things we've done to just soften things a bit is you'll notice that we don't have um, a stark contrast between the logo area. And sorry, this you'll see this every once in a while. This is our Figma mock-up. This is not a live preview, so this might appear as I move the cursor over it. But you'll notice in the header there where the logo is, we've made a soft gradient. So you can see it's lighter up here than it is over here. If you are an agency and you have white label, you're going to have control over that gradient, what the dark color is and what the light color is. So you won't have that kind of stark switch off between the darker side and the lighter side. We've also added a thumbnail to all of your workspaces. So when you click this drop down up here to select your workspace, you'll have your client's logo there as well for just quick reference. And we've made it a little cleaner up here where you see your image for the user. And as we drop down below, I think this is my favorite part. These tabs are great. So these are just really soft tabs. You can see the light gray background for the ones that are active. And no longer do we have that line that goes across here and then the big thick blue lines underlining it. It's just much softer and easier on the eye. Yes, white label people will be able to control these colors. We've also added the icons just to make it a little quicker to reference. So each one of these screens, each one of these tabs, when you enter these, it'll also benefit from this refresh. You'll also notice that we've added these pop-ups right here. When you hover over, it'll tell you what it is. Right now, we don't have any kind of labeling. And down here, this is a great improvement. So we've moved everything onto a single row just to simplify it. Category, you'll notice that we now, throughout the whole software, we're going to start using material outline style. And what's great about these is it's very streamlined. You know, it's very low row height, but you also get that label in here instead of having like a big label up here in the field below. It's all included in one nice, neat package. So this is the drop down to select your category. So this is kind of interesting. We've turned the repost setting into kind of a wizard. So the way this will work is you'll be able to make any changes to this, but it will read like an English sentence. So this is telling you you can repost based on the queue schedule until this date. But you can click on any part of this and make changes. So you'll see this is what it looks like when you are clicking on the date. Like if you want to change the date, if you actually clicked on this, this is if you're highlighting it, like hovering over it. If you click on it, it'll bring up a calendar so you can change the actual date. If you hover over and then click on until, it'll give you a drop down with different options. So this is what it will look like when you click until. You'll get these three options. So if you change your mind and you no longer want to use the date, instead you want to change it to until this many requeues, you can very quickly make that change, and it will only change from this part after. You won't lose your initial setting here. And if you want to go further back, you can do that as well. So here's an example. If you click the first part and want to change that as well, you'll be able to switch it over to every X days, weeks, months, or years, or have it not repost at all. You can also see, we still have the images going across here. We've got a new field with the refresh button for the attached link. And you'll also notice we have just a much cleaner control for email me when it publishes. If you check this, then it will highlight so you can see that this is enabled. Here's how the CSV importer will look. Just a redesigned, fresher look with the new style down here below. You can still control for holding for approval and trimming the tweets. But now it's handled just through a real quick toggle. Here's what the RSS feed editor looks like now. It's just much cleaner. Everything fits above the fold with no scrolling, and you still have all the controls that you had before. This is the new asset library. We've just kind of streamlined things where we've got the new style tabs, the new style fields, and just a nicer redesigned drop bulk images button where you can either click it or drop. This is the bulk image uploader, a much cleaner set of instructions and a much cleaner set of controls. So as you can see, you can still add hashtags, and we've added a nice search feature here so you can search for the different hashtag groups that you want to add. So we're also going to be changing this tab style for all of the pages that had that old style of tab. We're hoping to get this live, like I said, in about 3 weeks. So wish us luck, and we'll be working hard towards that end. We're going to be changing some of all the pages that have tabs, the publisher, and all the related publisher pages and tabs. The campaign editor is still being worked on. That's still months away. It's going to be at least another 2 to 3 months because it's extensive. And we've made updates since we showed you that last preview, so it's even nicer than it was before. We've also redesigned the viral sweepstakes, so it looks really clean. Many improvements there, and I'll give you a preview on that very soon. So this is just an update. Let us know any feedback. These changes aren't totally done yet, so if you give us any feedback, we might be able to incorporate it in our first round of edits and give you an even cleaner interface when we go live. Thanks a lot.